And it's live.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. We are very excited to share our big news that we have at REVU Healthcare this afternoon. We're launching something that's super, super special, and we think that's just going to be a game changer for the healthcare industry. So today, I will be walking us through that, letting you all know what it is and how it's going to benefit your organization, and then how you can stay in touch with us as we roll out this new project. So I'm very excited. My name is Leslie Bowles. I am the co-owner and president of REVU Healthcare. And so this is a special day for us, and I'm glad you're here joining with us. So let's talk about what we're launching. Well, this is the launch event of a new project called the Review List. Marky, I'm going to ask you to just go to the next slide for us. So you're probably thinking to yourself, what is the Review List and how did we come up with this concept? Well, first and foremost, before we jump into it, I want to introduce you to the team. So, of course, Ethel and I, being co-owners of REVU Healthcare, we are the founders of the Review List. I'm going to tell you more about the history of the Review List in just a moment, but we did want to acknowledge the other members of our team who have made this project so incredible. So we have Markia Chambers, who's our project manager. And then we also have Nate Walton, who is our marketing and media intern. We all have spent a lot of time on really rolling this dynamic project out for all of you. So we're very excited about it. Next slide for me, Markia. All right, so the Review List is essentially a directory. It is a directory for healthcare vendors. Consider it to be your one-stop shop for all things as relates to identifying vendors for your organization, and then also having the capability of writing reviews about those vendors. So this is why we have this slide named "The Future of Reviews Starts Here," introducing the Review List. As you can see, we're very excited about this. Very, very excited. Next slide for me, Markia. So why did we come up with this? Well, the current landscape, there's a few hurdles, right, when it comes to identifying vendors for your organization. When you think about your needs as a healthcare organization, oftentimes the idea of engaging someone can be somewhat cumbersome, right, and time consuming. So you have to research across multiple platforms. You have to look in multiple places. There's also very limited peer insights from other healthcare organizations about different vendors, right? There's not a lot of information out there. And of course, we have tools like LinkedIn and others that are assisting, but are not focused on this. There's also difficulty validating vendor credentials and compliance. This is an issue for us being a compliance-oriented firm. This comes up quite a bit, right? How do I manage my third-party vendor? How do I vet them? Where do I go? So it's one of the hurdles. And then obviously there's no centralized source of healthcare specific reviews, especially as relates to healthcare vendors. And so what this solution will do, and next slide for me, Markia, is it basically creates a one-stop shop for all of the hurdles that we just discussed. So what you see here is a picture of the website that we have created. And as I said, I hope you're just as excited as we are. We are very excited about the Review List and the impact that it's going to make in the industry. And this screenshot gives you exactly what our motto is, right? We're connecting healthcare with trusted vendors, one review at a time. So this will become your solution for all things as relates to the very manual process that we have right now when it comes to engaging vendors, finding vendors, getting authentic referrals and recommendations for it, just being your one-stop solution for all things reviews and healthcare vendor related. Okay, next slide for me. So what are some things about the solution that you should consider that we think will be just extremely helpful for you all? Again, I cannot stress the importance of a centralized platform, right? Specifically dedicated for healthcare vendors. Just think about it from the aspect of just being able to go to one website and to be able to identify whether it's for billing or coding, or maybe it's quality, or maybe you need a vendor for tomatoes for your kitchen now that services the healthcare industry. Now you can go to this one particular spot. In addition to that, there's peer-driven reviews from verified healthcare professionals. So we are welcoming recommendations or reviews from the industry about different vendors. This is something that I know, working personally in the field, was a hurdle for me when I was working in the hospital setting, is that when we needed vendors for particular types of services in our organization, it really required us to go the mile to try to identify, well, who's worked with them before? What are your thoughts? Were they successful? What was the turnaround time like? This new solution allows you to kind of see all of that information in one place. And then we have these compliance-focused vendor profiles. And when we use that term, what we're essentially saying are comprehensive profiles that outlines all of the demographic information about the vendor right there at your fingertips. So we're excited about that aspect as well. We'll move on to the next slide. And so let's think about the benefits from two different perspectives, right? Because you as a vendor may be saying, well, why should I sign up for your, why should I register my agency with you, or my organization with you? Well, let's talk about vendors first, because this is targeted exposure for you. So you have direct access to those who are seeking your services or healthcare buyers. It's credibility building, right? It's a place where now people know it's your one-stop shop or destination for verified reviews about your services, right? From some of your actual clients. So almost look at this too as an opportunity to funnel some of your prior clients to this site so that you can spread the word and have an area where potential clients or future business could see the great work that you've done there. Then you have market intelligence. You really can understand what your client needs and what they're looking for, right? The way we have created this essentially community within this directory, so that there's information that's not only beneficial to healthcare buyers or those seeking services, but also vendors, because within those reviews, within those recommendations, within those referrals will be things that can increase your visibility, your business, but overall more information about your service line that we think is very, very helpful. In fact, we're rolling out the review list, but REVU Healthcare will be on the site. So it's such a benefit to anyone as a vendor. And then for healthcare organizations, it just goes without saying, the time efficiency, the time that you will now gain back, right? To, instead of searching all over, maybe reaching out and calling, you now have this one-stop shop where you can find qualified vendors quickly. Then there's the risk reduction. You can access peer insights before purchasing. So right now, there's this, I think, sort of fear sometimes when we engage with a vendor, that necessarily I'm giving it a shot, I'm taking a risk here. And so that doesn't eliminate the risk, but it mitigates it, where it helps you to at least see where your colleagues or peers or other organizations have utilized these vendors, and you can actually vet it from that perspective as well. And then overall, you just make better decisions, right? You have complete vendor information. I think it's super helpful, and this is something that's not on the slide, but it's just super helpful from an aspect of when you're presenting it internally. Maybe it's to your executive team or your finance team. This is a nice way, especially for those of you, and most in generally, most people have an RFP process, right? The request for purchase. So this allows you to maybe include those reviews or that information from the site with that process when you're thinking about the process when you're going to engage a vendor. So that's a great aspect there too. And then just streamline process. It's something in healthcare that we talk about all the time. It's just having everything in one place and how beneficial that is. So you have your vendor information, you have your reviews right there, you have all the demographic about it, you can engage with your peers and engage with your colleagues about that particular vendor, and it can't get any better than that. So that was one of the things that both Ethel and I as founders, we really wanted to hone in on, right? How could we create more of an efficient process for our end users and just more of a better experience when it comes to identifying vendors. So that's what we hope to accomplish with this. Next slide for me, Markia. And so, what we want you to do over the next few months, we want you to watch this space. This is really, really important. We're in phase one of our rollout where we have our initial vendor directory. We've got our basic search and filters, our vendor profiles, our review platform. We want you to get in there and try it out. And guess what? We are asking for your feedback. We want you to tell us, what do you think? How's your experience? We want to hear from you, right? But more so, we want you to get into the site and play around, see what's happening in there. And then we want you to be on the lookout for some future enhancements. We've got things like mobile apps on the way, reporting, vendor matching, dashboarding. We've got some really cool things coming up. So we want you to keep in contact with us as we continue to roll out all of these different phases of our new exciting venture, the review list. Then we also want you to register your organization. Now, I did not mention one important thing. To register is free. It's free. It costs nothing for you to register. And so we want you to register your organization. We want to give you priority access to the platform. We want to have your feedback and your ideas about what we can do to make this site better influence our platform development. And we want you to get in there. We want you to see how you can manage your user accounts and have insights and dedicated support team. This is here at REVU Healthcare. We are teaming up with our review list folks, and we are creating this dedicated support team that's going to be answering all of your emails and all of your feedback about this new venture. So we're really, really excited. Now, in the chat, if you are watching live, we have the email for you to contact us in case you have any questions or you need any assistance. Contact us at contact@revuhealthcare.com. Okay, contact@revuhealthcare.com. Don't worry, that information is also in this slide presentation, but we want to make sure you had that. And the other reason why we want you to watch this space, because we want you to stay connected, right? We want you to sign up for updates. We want you to follow our development journey. We want you to get exclusive previews, and we want you to join our early access list. So we will be marketing on REVU Healthcare on our LinkedIn page. We're going to be marketing new exciting updates about how you can stay connected with us. So please, please, please follow us and be on the lookout for the official launch. Next slide for me, Markia. All right, so we like to call this the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why. When you're thinking about the review list, these are the things that I want you to really focus in on. So who benefits from this? Well, healthcare organizations, providers, and what is it? It is a healthcare vendor directory. When is it going to be accessible? It's going to be accessible in November. So we want you to sign up for the email list. Send us an email at contact@revuhealthcare.com so that we can keep you updated on what's coming. And then where is this going to be? Well, obviously, or maybe not so obvious, the name of the website is www.thereviewlist.com. It felt good to say that. www.thereviewlist.com. And the why is to offer a convenient centralized platform for healthcare organizations to find and review their vendor parties. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Your one-stop shop for all things related to healthcare vendors. We are so excited. I cannot express to you how excited we are here at REVU Healthcare and now at thereviewlist.com to get you in our platform, to get you playing in our site, so to speak, playing in our sandbox and getting to know what your thoughts are, what your needs are, and how we can make this platform the #1 healthcare directory platform in the world, not just America, in the world. So we're super excited about it. And with that, I'm now going to pause for a moment to see if we have any questions. Okay, perfect. Markia is signaling to me there's no questions online. So one of the things that I do want you all to know is that we are going to have this video, a replay of this video on the REVU Healthcare, the REVU list, our YouTube, our Instagram. It's all going to be there for you to watch and learn more about our new line of business or our new venture here, our new platform, which is the REVUList.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. We're excited. More to come, and we'll see you soon.